Tales of the Caballos by William H. White. Part 4, Chapter 9, The Indian Maiden Treasure. This story occurred around the turn of the century at the Caballo Mountains. The amazing thing about this story is that it concerns a small band of Cherokee Indians who were moved to the mountain by the federal government sometime around the 1900s. There are many tales of Indians and other tribes, but to my knowledge, this is the only story concerning Cherokee transplants from Louisiana. The mother's name was Yellow Flower, and her daughter's name was Morning Star. This writing concerns the observations of Morning Star when she was 10 years old and taken through the mountain by the tribal shaman. The story begins with the urgent need to join the tribe, which was gathering food at the time in what is now known as Burbank Canyon on the western slope of the Caballo Mountains. The reason for the haste are long forgotten, but due to the nature of the emergency, the tribal shaman took Yellow Flower and her daughter to the entrance on the eastern slope of the mountain. This entrance is situated in a box canyon where the limestone wash abruptly changes to vertical cliffs. This cannot be observed unless one is standing at the base of the cliffs due to the foliage blocking the upper view. You simply have to walk up on it to recognize that it is a natural box canyon. The entrance to this mountain lies here, although the first 18 feet have been collapsed by indiscriminate blasting done by Wally. The amazing feats of this man are more fully covered in the story Wally World, which covers this same area. The shaman instructed Yellow Flower that what she was about to see must remain a tribal secret forever. According to the shaman, the treasure within the mountain was inherently evil, and harm would befall the Cherokee in the event that any gold bars were taken. With that being said, the two were quickly shown the entrance and moved into the mountain. The entrance was small and sharply turned to the right after about 10 feet. The cave widened at that point, and it was very easy walking from then on. The cave was cool compared to the afternoon sun they had just left, and soon they were moving at a good pace with just the light from a homemade torch to guide them. The party soon began passing a series of rooms that were stacked with Spanish Dore bars, thrown in like firewood. This display continued for a very long time until the three had almost reached the exit in Burbank Canyon. Buster Ward and Willie Dawhit both reported a similar description of this tunnel in later observations, but never went after it because there were far easier catches located closer to the surface and roads. This place was far more remote at the time. Yellow Flower was content with the world she found herself in. Everything the tribe needed was provided by the Rio Grande and the surrounding countryside. Yellow Flower truly felt that she and her tribe were surrounded in abundance. Morning Star, who was 10 years old at the time, didn't agree with her mother. Morning Star had observed at an early age that the white settlers lived much better than the Indians. She simply never understood why the tribe didn't take some of the gold and improve their lives with it. It just didn't make any sense to her. Morning Star attended school and eventually became a nurse. She married a local person and had 2 children. Morning Star never went back to the mountain tunnel she had been to as a child. In her waning years, she tried to instruct her children where the entrance was, but the landmarks were long gone, and the children were unsuccessful with their attempts to locate this place. Morning Star lived out her life and died in the shadow of this magnificent mountain, never venturing too far away. The last person who gave a description of this quarter-mile of gold was Doc Noss, who felt that there were easier places to remove the treasure than this tunnel. I think that it is there to this day. I also think that this was a principal location for the Apaches, who gave back to the earth what the Spanish had taken. The gold and silver bars were always removed after a successful raid, and the Caballo Mountains were a natural storage area that the Apaches knew well. The end. Up next is Part 4, Chapter 10, The Iron Horse Treasure.